Variety's a children's charity, first and foremost. And the more we work to support children in South Australia, the more we find the need. COVID-19 just caused an incredible squeeze on Variety's ability to raise money. We usually help about 30,000 children every year. We usually distribute between $2.5 and $3 million every year through the grants program. And that looked like completely disappearing. And so, you know, the bash was absolutely critical. It's our flagship event. And it got to a point where we knew we just had to cancel the original planned bash. But we had a little break in the COVID-19 thing, and so we started planning KI to the capital to support KI through the bushfire thing, and also a little short one to keep our supporters in the habit of bashing and also give them something to do because they were busting to go somewhere.
So we're at the start line of the 2020 bash, which is in Kingscote.
Kangaroo Island.
Kangaroo Island. We're about to spend the whole day driving around Kangaroo Island. And for some people that are on the bash have never even been to Kangaroo Island, so it's awesome.
I think just having a lot of fun with the girls and leaving the boys behind to fend for themselves, and we're coming out to have a good time and to raise funds for Variety, which is an amazing charity.
And plus, we get to support local communities that we might not necessarily be in or go to and, you know, buy coffees and have dinner and, you know, buy some merchandise and things from the area. It's really good to be able to support the communities as we go round.
Morning. Morning. Beautiful place. We looked around yesterday and it was just gorgeous. Bought some honey, bought some ice cream. Gin factory, brewery.
It's very exciting that we can actually still have the event, so it's great to be able to hard work to raise the funds to get here to do it for the kids, but we've got here so now we can actually sort of relax, and this is our bit of a celebration to say we've done it and raised a lot of money for a good cause.
Also, Chance, I feel that us as bashers get to see the fruits of our labour. Like, we get to see them give the money to some disadvantaged children. We get to see them have the buses for special schools, and we can see the kids that really benefit from all our fundraising, and that's just amazing.
Well, the nerves are popping. Last night was night zero, and we had the community event in Kingscote on the foreshore. Today's the first day, and really all we want this week is that it's fun, not stupid, just silly but fun. It's safe, most importantly, and we raise good dollars for the kids. That's what the whole bash is about. I was given the option of doing a 6-day bash in SA, and I thought, what better place to start than KI? They've been smashed by the drought, they've been smashed by the bushfires last December, and COVID's probably affected them more adversely than anywhere else because of tourism here. They were just closed for months. So what we did is we came here, 4 of us, a couple of cars, we asked around, everybody said, please come here, please come here. And it's just stayed that way. It's just got warmer and warmer and warmer. It's fantastic.
Well, firstly, it's a miracle that we're all here, and I think it's fantastic for Kangaroo Island that everyone's made the effort to come over. Obviously, I'm pleased that the government were able to kick in some extra to make sure that the transport costs are covered. But I think most importantly, it'll just bring some joy to people who've had a pretty tough year. I mean, across the world it's been difficult. Here it's been just smashed. And unfortunately, a lot of people's homes have been scorched and lives have been really badly burnt. So, you know, it's just a wonderful thing for them. So, an extra thank you to all of the people of Variety to actually make this happen.
We particularly welcome all you bashers from Australia. We take Australian currency over here, so leave plenty of that behind. But this is a great step forward for recovery for Kangaroo Island. Vicky talked about where we've come from. But this only aids and abets our recovery. We're deeply, deeply grateful to what you're doing, the money you raised, and for what you're leaving here on Kangaroo Island. So once again, welcome, have a good time, travel safely, and make sure you're at the boat 30 minutes before you're meant to be, or they won't wait for you. Thank you.
Kangaroo Island, huge part of my family history and continues to be the emotional heartstrings, I suppose, from a homeland perspective. But more than anything, it's been a horrible year over here for Kangaroo Islanders, and you know, our property was badly burned, but we still consider ourselves as being pretty lucky. There's some locals who really have had the worst year of their lives, basically. The Stokes Bay Hall had a terrible year. They just finished a renovation late last year. They'd had their opening, and then very shortly, within a month or so, the hall's burned down again. And it's such a critical part of the community. For them to be able to rebuild is just absolutely huge. There's the community playground that's going there. Of course, there's also a playground in Pandana and Kingscote that's going in, so we're really thrilled that we're able to contribute to that. As soon as we heard that it was on Kangaroo Island, we wanted to be there. We wanted to fundraise. We put in an extra special effort. We managed to get a gold door, which we were thrilled about, and you know, onwards and upwards from here. You get to see the recovery, you get to see those green shoots, you get to sense that feeling of hope, and that there's a chance that things will get back to normal in the course of time, but it'll take a while.
This is my first bash. I'm a virgin basher. It's always good, knowing that you're doing fundraising and that it's going to a good cause as well. And variety, you know, the money is actually going to all the kids and who need it. So yeah, we're happy with that.
Before we left Adelaide, the axle came off and the tyre went flying. So that was on the way to Cape Jervis. So that set us back a little bit. So someone had to repair that, and she made it to the island, so we're here.
Yes, but today it's all been going well, touch wood, it continues, so we'll see how we go for the rest of the trip.
The echidna was...
Yeah.
I've never seen one in real life before, so...
Yeah, there's been heaps of wildlife sort of just as you look out, so good to see. Don't see that in the city, so...
We expected to see trees burnt down. We didn't really expect to see live wildlife, but we have, so that's good. And the trees are growing back, and
which is
leaves
good to
on
see.
them.
Yes. Well, it's my first time on the island, so it's a good experience so far. And lots of people on the sides of the roads as well.
Yeah.
So
watching us go past.
Yeah, give them a toot. So no, it's been really good.
Beautiful.
And they will give you your free bottle of vaccination, courtesy of Bash Disease Control.
All right, thank you very much.
Stay safe, stay safe.
Cheers, Brass. Cheers, Brass.
We want to make the bash as much fun as we can. So, you know, we have entertainment on some nights, we have theme nights, our sports day, we have our seafood lunch, we have all those events like the Hawaiian night on Kangaroo Island. And it's a bit extreme, but that's how it's supposed to be. We're on an island and, you know, so let's have a Hawaiian night. So, you know, we do all those things as the week progresses to make sure that the people that raise all the money have a great time.
Bloody marvellous. Well, this year's been an interesting year for everybody, but like really, Kangaroo Island for a couple of days has been absolutely fantastic. Unusual to leave your accommodation and then get on a ferry, but terrific, like something different, and I think one that everybody will remember. Look, one of the good things about the bash being in November instead of August is we can head south, and it may not be raining when we get there, I'm not sure, but look, it's going to be beautiful, you know, through the pine forest, and to go home is pretty special, obviously, for anybody on the bash, you know, to go to your hometown and see some of your mates and your family. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
So our first bash, we actually raised 102,000. And so in 8 years, we'd raised 1.2 million. Now I've done 15. I'm hopefully that if I can keep pushing on, I'm going to try to push for the 2 million. So, you know, nothing like being positive, and I think Variety is such a wonderful charity that people know they can back us up. You know, that where the money's going to, and so it makes it easy for me to do the fundraising and that. So, yeah. Fundraising and all this, it's not a sort of like, oh, flick your fingers and the money's going to be there. It's like a whole year that we've got to continue working and trying to get that money, and to see what we have done to help this community is a very rewarding thing that we've done. Is good. And this is what KI has done for us, to see the end result of what we've put our money into.
Goodbye, Kangaroo Island. Love you. It's been an absolute pleasure.
So it's really important for us on events to show the entrants how we spend the money that they've raised.
Lifehouse is a faith-based organisation that works in the Murray Bridge community. They're working in the whole community, but they have youth programs for around about 500 people under the age of 18. They reached out to Variety for a bus so that they could really engage with the young people in Murray Bridge and be able to get them around and get them involved in some really productive and useful programs. So I would like to congratulate Pastor Matt from Lifehouse. So thanks for bringing the bus along to show the bashes.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's been such a blessing to have this bus, like you said, about 500 different young people coming through our programs pretty much every week. And a lot of these guys, this is the highlight of their week. We really appreciate you guys for this gift, and it helps us to be able to bless our community.
We've been here since 1989.
Same year.
30
Remember
years.
the first bash that started from the Victor Richardson gates. I'm totally passionate about Variety, and that's why Don and I have been able to do 30 years. Oh, we've really learnt how to scam people and get the bash back from them and try and do as much damage to them as you possibly can. But they come out now, they outsmart you. I mean, some of the ideas have been very, very creative. And 10 out of 10 for them, because that's part and parcel of the interest that the bashers enjoy when the week we're away. We celebrate for 1 week and we fundraise for 51. And that was really what it's all about.
This particular year, I believe we've got 79 virgin bashes, and I think that's just incredible. And I just hope that each one of those will come back next year, and keep on going.
Because we're doing something for kids and their families. That's really what it's all about. I mean, we raise money, and then we raise a heck of a lot of money.
And we've also been very privileged in our life.
True, true. To be able
to be able to help someone else.
Yeah.
I get pretty teary-eyed about talking about things like that.
Yeah. It is.
I get emotional.
I think we all do.
It's going to be a hot day today, looking forward to it. Seafood lunch stop and a lot of laughs, as usual. It's going to be great.
Well, we're just very responsible today. We're the Pieway Patrol and we're just making sure all the bashers get fed every day, handing out pies and pasties. Well, obviously it's about making money for the kids, but I just love getting out and about in South Australia this year, obviously, because that's all we're allowed to go. But mainly we just want to get out in the country, meet different people, meet all the kids and, yeah, have a good time. Oh, well, I do obviously an ambassador for Billy's Bakery, which is obviously family-owned South Australia, which is fantastic to be a part of that. But it's just good to get out, you know, you still got some supporters out there that did remember you back in the day. So back in the days when it was black and white TV, but no, it's all good fun. A couple of the mums still come up and want photos and this and that, and even the kids, but I think their parents are telling them exactly what I used to do anyway. But there's a number of charities that I work for, but Variety especially. I mean, the Bash is a big one for me. And just getting it about what we do, the amount of money they raise is unbelievable. And you meet different people each year that get their new Bash cars out and see them, and they have a great time. So we just make sure they're enjoying themselves and obviously being safe as well.
Norla Yo Long is a not-for-profit organisation working in conjunction with the South Australian Police through Blue Light. Their main focus is on crime prevention and building a rapport with youth and vulnerable groups, which is what Variety does. And we use the facility, the adventure park, you know, like a sports day, fun thing. And we granted them $17,000 for specialist landing mats for the rock climbing wall. And, you know, it was a great day.
And the boys are going to present a couple of signs that can go up in the gym to make sure that this community can see that you've contributed to their community.
It's without organisations like yourselves, organisations like us can't actually achieve our mission and our goal in assisting youth at all levels of life skills, and they come from all quarters. We don't turn anybody away from a course here. We're trying to look after everybody and build something into the courses that we do here to help them make better choices and see that we're here to help. The police are friendly and want to help people and educate them in a safe and good environment. The climbing wall is going to be a fundamental part of us becoming an all-weather centre, and the cost of the mats, which are exceptionally expensive for effectively what they are, have to be in place, and without your hard work and your support, there's no way that we've been able to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Peter, thank you, and all your team. Pleasure having you here.
That was tough, but we're Karen, so it was easy.
Okay.
Don't argue with a Karen.
Bash. The bash. Bash bonding is what we call it.
All the way across. Give that tree a nice little cuddle when you get there. If you get there. Look straight.
So we have two levels of sponsorship. We have the corporate sponsors that Variety, South Australia, engages with. But outside of that, we have these hundreds of small businesses right throughout South Australia who support all our fleet of bash cars and four-wheel drive vehicles and moto-run vehicles to fix that exhaust, to put those two tyres on the car, to do a whole range of things.
It seems to get bigger every year, mate. It just goes on and on and on. Like we've got 120 dozen oysters. That's a lot of oysters.
Lovely House of Chow Peaky spring rolls. They're going down a treat too.
first and foremost in our mind is we have to deliver an event that's safe. And the thing is that there's no fun in a bash if you break down every day. So it's really important to get your cars in good shape. We have 10 mobile workshops. The MWs are just an amazing group of people. First-time bashers just can't believe their eyes to see what these bunch of guys can do on a dirt road, on the top of a sand hill, around the corner in some scrub. They can do a major repair on a car and keep that car going because they know that these guys are the people who raise all the money and we need to get them to the end.
Well, just the usual, Brett was driving.
We stopped to help someone.
Second time.
You know, good bashers. And they said, oh, why don't you get bogged too so that we don't feel as bad. We thought, well, we're going to take one for the team here and do what we can.
Or it's the second time that Brett's got bogged today.
We don't
so I think that maybe it's got something to do with the driver. Maybe I should drive tomorrow, much more skilled.
Morning, how are you?
The morning in Mount Gambier, on the start line, we were able to give Mount Gambier Health in excess of $76,000 to upgrade the paediatric and neonatal unit at the Mount Gambier and District Health Services. So it's just a great thing to do for that community.
And I'd like to ask Josh Lynagh to say a few words. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank Variety SA for the generous funding to the Mount Gambier Hospital. The availability of this up-to-date medical equipment is much appreciated by the paediatricians and staff as it helps to support the provision of advanced clinical care locally for babies and children. On behalf of the Health Advisory Council, I'd like to congratulate all who are participating in this event as you make it possible for regional communities to receive highly valuable funds that enhance healthcare outcomes. So thank you for the difference that you make to the lives of children, and we wish you well for the remainder of your journey. Thank you.
Thanks, Josh. Well done, everybody.
Got everybody from the White Ladies Undertakers, we've got Brides, we've got Wilson from the Castaway movie. It's just the gamut, whatever you can think of, the odds are it's here. Thunderbirds, as in International Rescue and the cartoon series, originally a puppet series that was around back in must have been about the 80s, I suppose. Yeah. Most of the young kids these days just like it because it's colourful, but the parents know who we are, so there's a lot of recognition from that point of view. Yeah. Pleasant change from being able to start off in wet, cool weather rather than having the dust and all the associated heat that goes with that.
We've got, I think, 3 teams from Mount Gambier competing this year, and they've been doing it for years. So everybody's aware of that, and you know, they like to get out and support in country areas. Just love it. It's been going for years, and they go to areas that other things don't come to at times.
Travel safe. Have fun.
So down in the southeast, there's a big, strong car community. And I've already seen a few people just wandering around that I know having a look at the vehicles. So yeah, they just love getting out and seeing what they've done, and the kids love what they've done with the costumes and everything like that as well.
We're going to Penaroo, final destination for lunch, before we then head off to Loxton.
Just trying to think, from here to Loxton's a long way no matter what, but trying to go down through some of the tracks that they will probably take you on, it might be a very long day for a few of the teams, I reckon.
It's a very nice car. They're delicious. Go big. Go big? Yeah. All right, go big or go home. Pretty much.
You know, whilst the bashers have a lot of fun, there are times when the true character of our bashers comes out. Just completely out of the blue, the bashers pulled up, they stood, they did a minute's silence. You know, it's very emotional, powerful stuff.
Yeah, obviously everybody likes to play a part, and a number of us obviously tried to play the last post as best we could in our remembrance of those who had fallen.
We'll be here till Thursday. Thank goodness, because we're going up to Loxton.
One on the back.
I'm now in the back with the chooks.
In the back of Buck Buck?
And it's the rooster.
Oh,
yeah, look out.
The rooster. So we're going down a road on the bitumen, on the dirt, and we're
Going to Keith for lunch.
Next main stop will be lunch.
We've just had a beautiful fun stop, and we had Remembrance Day, where we had our own bugle player. He needs to practice. He's very well known on the bash.
He's getting better.
He's getting better. Yeah,
He's getting better.
He's been trying, and it's trying for us.
Very trying, very trying. At least it's not first thing in the morning.
That's true.
Seriously.
But honestly, it was a very, very touching moment.
It was beautiful.
She does very well.
Just going to fill her up in a minute?
Yes, we're going to fill her up. Ready for the next trip this afternoon after lunch. Ready to go.
We never follow the car in front.
We make our own way.
I love the communities. I love visiting people, visiting new towns, visiting new places. Just gonna get some more water.
A lot of people think that the bash rolls away for a week and raises $2 million. What our bashers do is they spend all year raising money, which goes to their car, which adds to our total. The bash is a celebration of the year's work that they do in helping kids in need in South Australia.
I like the Joker.
Well, we're heading to Loxton, and right now we're probably about 25 k's out of Tensionara. Yep.
Welcome to Loxton!
Hello, how are you? Hello.
So you want one of those or what? Yeah.
No, I'm not even going to give in. Nah.
You know how to play it? Put your hand down here.
You talk about the bash getting in your blood, and it does. It's one of those things that you experience, and some people experience, and it's just a bucket list thing. You know, everyone wants to do a bash, and circumstances dictate that they can't do another one for another 5 years. But on the other side of that, you know, we have people that come year in, year out. And this year we had 4 30-year bashes. You just imagine bashing for 30 years solid. We have lots for 20 years, we have lots for 15 years, we have some for 25 years. And so we, not only do we have those virgin bashes, which we use that term as our first timers, we have everything in between, but we have this nucleus of supporters that, you know, this is going to be my last one, but they come back for another 5. and so they're tremendously important to us, but also, you know, the other bashes just look up to them in awe.
Les Burdett. Merv Mortimer. Mandy Madgen.
Just once again, we'd like to acknowledge the outstanding effort of Graham, Mark and John in Car Hogs. 7 years in a row now as our highest fundraiser, raising in this COVID-struck year and living in Victoria, $131,252. The best Virgin Bashers, they've taken to bashing like ducks to water.
CDA. Come up, guys.
It's been a great week. The weather's been fantastic. The runs have been exceptional. We've packed 8 days into 5, and I think by everyone's reaction has been fantastic, really, and they've had a great time. Certainly to rural and regional areas of South Australia, the bash and the economic benefit that it brings, not only the fun, and you know, 2020 has been a terrible year whether you're 2 or 92. So I think for the little ones that come out, see a bit of fun, circus comes to town, they all get the goodies, everyone has a great time.
A wonderful bash, and everybody enjoyed the weather because we've had weather from 48 to 38 degrees to today with rain, and the trip from Kangaroo Island across to Mount Gambier was absolutely fantastic, and the trip from Mount Gambier through here to the Anglebar Winery has been superb today, and we're enjoying our lunch, and hopefully we'll find out tonight, but we hope we've broken our fundraising record. It's been a hard year, but we've worked hard to do it.
Tried extremely hard, and we obviously wanted to impress as many bashers as possible. I talk up the restaurant that much, I thought I'd better put something on the plate that was worth bragging about. I hope they enjoyed it.
I was really looking forward to getting back in the bash car this year after our official duties, and the thought of not being able to do it at all was quite saddening early on in the piece. So when they came up with the short bash, we were just like, yeah, we're in, and it's going to be great. No matter what, we're just going to enjoy it.
Oh, it's been a fantastic bash. Every bash is a good bash. It was beautiful to see Kangaroo Island and to help the community over there. The bash has gone quick as they always do, probably extra quick because of a couple of days missing, but we don't mind. We're always happy to be here, happy to help out, raise the money, help the kids. That's what it's all about.
The bashers spend their most part of their year raising money for kids they will never meet. They don't know their story. We just want to help kids. So, yeah, these amazing bunch of people.
We all support each other, you know, it doesn't matter, all walks of life we support each other because we're doing it for the right reasons, and that's for the kids.
This shorter bash being fully South Australian and putting back into the South Australian economy as we've gone around, and especially, you know, starting in KI was fantastic after what those people have been through with the fires, etc. And I think you just find that we're all like-minded people, just loving what we do and getting together and being able to talk about it and enjoy swapping stories about what we do and how we do it.
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Go for it.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, it's great. Had a year off and really missed it. Looked forward to this year, and it didn't let us down. It's great. Fantastic.
You've got to get it into perspective. Pubs were closed, restaurants were closed. The Hogs collect a lot of their money with gins at sporting events and in hotels. These joints were all shut, and yet, because of all the hard work of everyone here tonight, including those that are here in virtual time, we were able to raise an incredible $1.47 million Australian dollars. An amazing amount. Thank you to all of you guys.
there are some secrets that get kept on the bash, and one of the secrets is that not even the chairman was allowed to know, but there was a mystery 30 grand floating around. So it's a $1.5 million bash. Everybody here, I'm sure, can understand what an amazing effort it is to complete 30 bashes, and I'm sure some of these guys have done them consecutively. The first 30-year recipient tonight is a guy who's bashed in all sorts of senses.
Thank you, everybody.
Well done, Tommy. John Gibbo Gibson. Come on up, Gibbo.
I really want to thank you because of the simple fact this is the 30th bash and it's also my last one. I just, well, yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, nah. But it's been a privilege to be associated with Variety. I'm just a little emotional, but thanks very much.
Well done, he's an absolute legend of variety. Peter Curly Curtis. Graham Steve-O Stevenson is the kind of guy that when somebody else forgets to do their job, Steve-O steps up and gets it done. Always has been.
All of you new bashers had great experience already, but after 30 years you have so much to talk about, so many friends you've made, so many great country properties that we've been through. It is just, you can't replace that.
Look, Variety is really fortunate to have such an amazing group of sponsors. And right through the COVID year, all our sponsors stood by us. It must have been extremely difficult for a lot of those people in a COVID year. You know, they just stuck by us for that whole year. One thing that we all have in Variety is we have a common goal and our heart's in the right place, and our determination to help as many kids as we can just flows through the organisation, and I see it every day, and you know, it helps me to do my part in trying to lead this organisation with our board and our staff in the office the best way we can. But it's you know, we give a lot, but we get 10 times back. The Little Italy to Big Italy is back in August 2021, which is really 7 months away. So all those plans are back in place, and we start working now to fundraise for an event which is only 7 months away, when we normally have 12 months to do that. There are lots of people who, you know, look at the bash and just would, you know, want to help and would love to do a bash. And the first thing I can say to them is please contact the Variety Office. We have information packs. We have an information night, which is in February, so it's early enough. And we can help them through the process. You know, you've got to have a bash car, you've got to do some fundraising, you've got to plan, you've got to get yourself organised, you've got to take, you know, 8-10 days annual leave. But what I can say is it will change your life if you do it.